I'm Kristina, and I am an art teacher at Boswell High School. We have one daughter, Emery, and she's brilliant. She's an artist as well.
My career path is much more ebbs and flows than Kristina's. I just started working, and my whole mantra for myself was, I'm just gonna get a job, and I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna get up to the top of as high as I can get, and then I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna find a different job, and then I'll get up to the top of that job. And so that's what I did. There was just, for me, she had a dream, and her dream was to be a teacher, was to be an art teacher. That was her dream from the time I've known her for almost 15 years now. Mm-hmm. I never had a dream. My dream was, how much money can I make? And I want more of it. I worked my way up in a Fortune 100 company, and I just wasn't satisfied. And the lows became not lows, but like pits. I don't think it would have mattered the company I worked for or how much money I was making, because I was so discontent.
He would get in these lows of discontentment. His lows would get so low that he wouldn't get off the couch. He wasn't himself. I remember I would go check on him in his office, and I would talk to him before I would go to work, and he would be in these panic attacks. The breaking point that one day when I walked in and he told me he was having these thoughts of like, well, what if I just wasn't here? Would that be easier?
It was at a point where I couldn't physically and mentally, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get up off the couch. I was on leave for mental health. I couldn't fathom doing anything at that point. It wasn't even just that job. I think the breaking point was coming, whether it was that job or something else. I was picking up Emery from school one day, and I just felt like a worthless human being. And I was battling some anger, and so I pick her up. I come down the road, and I'm gonna turn to go home, and right when I turn, about 7 or 8 cars merge into my lane and start driving towards me. I swerve off onto the ditch, and I'm screaming at these people, and I'm flipping them off, and I'm cussing them out, and they're doing the same to me. After I have my fit in the car, and I'm just white knuckle on the steering wheel, so mad. I was like, Emery's in the back seat, mortified at what she had just saw. We get home, and I go in the bathroom, and I'm just bawling uncontrollably. I mean, I couldn't stop. I thought I was gonna throw up. I mean, I was just bawling so hard. And that's the first time I ever just said, God, like, what is wrong with me? Like, I need help. I need help with this. Like, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be depressed. I just need your help. I go to sleep that night, and I have this dream. And I'm on my knees, and I'm holding this body. The body is lifeless. So I'm like, somebody help me, please call 911. And right when I said that, behind me right here was the purest of pure, bright, just white light. And it was the most overwhelming sense of comfort and peace. And I turned to look back at this body, and the eyes open, and it's my face on this body. And it kind of just goes away. And from that moment, my life has not been the same. I have let go of everything that I used to do that I thought I needed. I didn't need to play golf. I didn't need a new car. I didn't need nice clothes. I needed nothing except Jesus.
The transformation has been, I'd say, a huge reason for my own testimony. I had a 14-year gap between my faith now and where I was. So I started out as in a religion that was a lot of check boxes, a lot of fear-mongering, versus learning just how to build a relationship with God. And so watching his transformation bleed into our family has ultimately been like our whole familial testimony. I would have considered myself agnostic a couple years ago until we went through what we went through. I didn't find comfort in faith. I didn't know you could ask for help with faith. I didn't know about any of that until I saw his transformation. He had time to be present. After he didn't have the worry of all the things he used to worry about, he had time to build his relationship with God and then very gently teach me and Emery about it. Now I paint on stage for worship. Like I get to use my gift to worship. The world just looks different now with faith-based goggles. You're worried about something, you cast it aside, and then you let him take control, and because that's how our life turned around. Once I let go and once he let go, everything changed.
My dream is being a good example of what it's like to follow Jesus and how important that is, and how much that's been such a joy for me. Like if I was to leave this earth tomorrow, I know she has a strong foundation to carry on, and that's the most important. That's the best gift God has given me, is to be able to do that for her.